matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Patterson again. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout the ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now Landry. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, Winston. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out.
Deontay Hardy on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Jameis to throw it. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set them up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. But thank you, Dr. Dance. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down. Yeah, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays, your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The Saints sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. 3rd and short yardage, Winston. This one taken in by Olave. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They run, it's Kamara. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and not get free.
Now Patterson to start the drive. It'll be a gain of 3, and it also takes us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking to throw. And complete to Drake London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Running left, here's Patterson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play, that's a -4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Landry now on the return. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
A 7-yard gain. And the Saints, first down.
Off the play fake, Winston. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Play fake, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Brings up 7.
Striker, 3-3.
Again, Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
This defense is really throwing around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try.
He's ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
They'll go. It's Patterson. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Winston's throw complete there to Beckham.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jameis again. It's caught by OBJ. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Lutz is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll throw again. Winston. And the catch made by Hilton. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Winston again, it's Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 9-yard line.
The 10th carry for Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Lutz with the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets him ready at the 20.
Go, 17. Mega. Right two.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown. So every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. On 1st and 10, Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Kamara up the middle. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
He's brought down by Deion Jones.
Fourth down, Winston. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Patterson running between the tackles. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Patterson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Saints, 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. This is caught by Hilton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Winston's throw caught by Olave. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Winston now. He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's a gain of 6.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill from 6 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Separating these two sides, 24 all our score as he sends this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll go again with Patterson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The long drive last time out for this offense, Charles, if you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Midge.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. This offense returning out there, and really you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Here's Patterson again. 49 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game.
First down, Atlanta.
Straight ahead, Patterson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now, this was a very